I really didn't want today to be this type of day, but it's been unproductive. I feel like there's been an overarching somberness, if that's a word, to life. You look outside and you're like, oh, something just isn't right. And I didn't feel it yesterday in the afternoon when the news came through that Queen Elizabeth the Great had passed on. But when it got to the evening and I went out for a drive to go get something at probably 10 o'clock, maybe a bit later, there was this weird, sort of spooky, eerie feeling around. Like something is just off center right now. And I think that was how everyone was feeling, and it just created this general mood of a little bit of anxiousness, maybe. And today, that's kind of just run through the whole day. And so, Non-Sensei, my older sister, and I have decided we're going to go to Buck House, just pay our respects, and then, move to the next step of life, which is acceptance that this is just part of it. It's part of this physical reality that we live in. It's inevitable. And I think I've seen some stuff from some people saying some pretty unsavory opinions about the Queen, the royal family in general. Freedom of speech is freedom of speech. There used to be this idea of treason, but I won't go there with it. But I think in the case of someone passing away who means a lot to a lot of people, maybe not to everyone, but to a huge, huge amount of people, maybe keep your opinions to yourself, because if you get verbally sparred with and you don't like the way it's going, you've kind of brought it upon yourself, right? You have the right to freedom of speech, but what some people like to say on some political sides is, you don't have the right to no consequences for your speech. So I'll go with that, and hopefully people can have some decorum, some common sense, and maybe don't be saying some really, really hurtful, horrible things about a woman who did nothing but unite hundreds of millions of people, billions of people across the world. And that's what we're going to be going to Buck House to do, to pay respect to that and to honour the legacy that she's left behind. And rest in peace and rise in glory.